Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a discussion about what I recently found out from the Valentino's Day event about the fortune teller. Now, during the Valentino's Day event, warning there are going to be some slight spoilers, we were asked to help a couple of friends stop fighting and make up in time for Valentino's Day. To do that, we're asked to run through the Valentino ceremony where you and a partner are asked to run through a maze. Once you finish that quest, though, you are able to unlock another quest where you and your partner are able to speak to 3 fortune tellers about your future in wealth, love, and glory. And depending on the person that you're partnered up with, they will give you one of 3 different readings: a bad reading, an average reading, and a really good reading. However, during the event, we are warned that there is another fortune teller who is supposed to be a fake. She's just a scam artist trying to sell you magical elixirs which you can sell off for some pretty cool prizes, but that's not the point. It's what she says that gets one into thinking. So when you first speak to her before going through the event, she tells you that your aura isn't infused with the love of Valentino's Day, and only when you give yourself to the activities will you be able to get a real reading from her. Okay, so after you complete the quest, you go to speak with her, and she says the following lines about she can divine your future without a partner, and that she will tell you a bunch of other stuff, but basically she goes into the whole gloom and doom speech that you have a dire reading and that the gods have this terrible future planned out for you. After that, she tries to convince you to buy some of her miracle elixirs that she claims will change your terrible fate. Nice try, lady. So at first it does feel like all she's trying to do is get you to buy these miracle elixirs and scam you out of your money. But apparently, there is another piece of dialogue which seems to be foretelling us about Shadowbringers. What she says is this: "An enemy of most terrible aspect awaits you. White and winged, this foe will bat you to and fro like a child's toy before seeking to bring your end. Where you those who stand apart from the crowd? They will drag you into conflict whether you will it or no. I see you ensnared by fate, the skein grand and tangled, a cruel destiny from which you cannot escape. Where are the words which echo from beyond? I see it clearly, a land of forbidden strength draws you ever nearer. Surrender to this temptation and fortune's wheel will spin out of control, dragging you through an endless procession of horrors. I see a world wherein the natural law has been overturned. You struggle to find your path, the road long and hard and unfamiliar." Okay, let's split this up into pieces and discuss what this could all possibly mean. An enemy of most terrible aspect awaits you. White and winged, this foe will bat you to and fro like a child's toy before seeking to bring your end. Now, this could just be me, but I can't help but picture the caribou we saw in the Shadowbringers trailer. I mean, what else could be a white-winged foe that will be throwing us around as it tries to kill us? I mean, it could be the winged lion that's trying to stop Thancred, but in the trailer, the Warrior of Light has been pushed to their limits by this thing, and it almost succeeds in killing them. So this part of her prophecy seems to be linked here. To the next part, it says, Where are you those who stand apart from the crowd? They will drag you into conflict whether you will it or no. Well, who do they mean? Standing apart from the crowd means that someone is different. They stand out like a sore thumb and you can't miss them. But what do they mean in this case? Such as someone that we would recognize in the crowd will be a danger to us? Do they mean the leaders of the Alliance? Are they talking about the Emperor or other Guardians from the Empire? I mean, who would we be asked to be warned about? I mean, my best guess would be either Xenos or the Elidibus Xenos, but all in all, it's telling us that we need to be very careful with who we trust because they are going to be dragging us into another battle. All the more reason to think that it's an old enemy. For the next part, she says, I see you ensnared by fate, the skein grand and tangled, a cruel destiny from which you cannot escape. Where are the words which echo from beyond? Okay, so that much we can understand. As the Warrior of Light / future darkness, whatever, we have been through hell and back, and basically we are struggling to keep going as more mysteries and uncertainties follow in our every step. We are thrown into a cruel destiny that we can't seem to get away from no matter what we do. We have a destiny now where it seems that we are cursed to just keep wandering and fighting with no end in sight. But then it mentions the words which echo from beyond, and I'm pretty sure they're speaking of the mysterious voice that's been attacking us and our friends. So if what she says is true, then we need to pay close attention to what the voice is saying, but to be careful of what they're telling us at the same time. I'm not saying that we have to trust the owner of the voice yet, especially since we still don't know who it is who's talking to us, but we need to at least hear their warnings and take their warnings to heart. For the next parts, I see it clearly. A land of forbidden strength draws you ever nearer. Surrender to this temptation, and fortune's wheel will spin out of control, dragging you through an endless procession of horrors. Now this is a hint to the new area that we're going to be going to. I just know it is. A land full of new possibilities that we will have to go to, but when we do get there, it's going to be a very difficult journey. We are not going there for fun, basically. It's because we have very little choice in the matter, and something really bad is going to happen to us after we get there. If we try to give in to our temptations, then we will be losing our way and we'll be made to suffer even more. And finally, the last part states this: I see a world wherein the natural law has been overturned. You struggle to find your path, the road long and hard and unfamiliar. So basically everything we thought we knew about the world is turned on its head and we don't know what to believe in. Whether that means our world or a completely new one, I don't know yet, but that the path that we take from this moment on is going to be the most difficult journey we've made so far. And so from this, if we could take this as a clue to the new expansion, we are going to be in for a rough time. Of course, it could also be that this fortune teller is just saying random bits of stuff to try and scare us into buying her potions, and that these words don't mean anything at all, but I like to think that perhaps she may be a bit more real than others have given her credit for, and maybe even more real than the other fortune tellers out there. I mean, at least what she says doesn't seem as random as the other three. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I have decided to start talking about discussions more often, especially the new theories that I've heard since the last fan festival, and basically more clues that are going to be waiting for us in Shadowbringers. The next discussion video is going to be about the idea of time travel, and all these other ideas floating around that we may be going to the future. So I hope you look forward to it. Until next time, bye!